Shalom, shalom, shalom. Just a quick hit. Came across this when I was kind of scrolling through my different feeds. Um, hey, this is the beginning. Everything that happens is another piece. But as always, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahachodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the bishops, the leadership of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the house of David, the 144,000, and to the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth of the hopeful elect. To you I say shalom. Our scripture, and this is Proverbs 9 and 9. This is my version of a full circle. This is Proverbs 9 and 9, and it reads, "Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning." And what makes this all possible? The fear of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. So, with that, we're going to get just, a couple of scriptures, and, it's not going to be a long lesson. We're going to read some of this. We're not going to play the video. It says, President Donald Trump places the Washington, D.C. Police Department under federal control. It says Trump also deployed 800 National Guard troops to the capital city. The president cited that the claims is an out of control crime problem in the District of Columbia. And I mean, all of these politicians are basically the same. On one side of it, and it's all as we've come to be taught by our elders and apostles, and watching and paying attention. It's all theater, and it's all pushing everything in the same direction. No matter if they're pushing it from the left side or they're pushing it from the right side, they're pushing it in the same direction. You know, when you're sweeping with a broom, whether or not you're bringing it in from the other one side or the other, you're basically bringing it all to a point where you can draw it up on a dustpan. And the same holds true with these government actions. So as you see here, it says President Donald Trump on Monday placed the Washington, D.C. Police Department under federal control and deployed 800 National Guard troops to the capital city to address what he claims to be out of control crime there. It is the first time that a president has federalized the Metropolitan Police Department. Trump's move drew fierce condemnation from local officials who noted that official statistics show crime in DC is on the decline. So it doesn't matter, when you're listening to these people, you get two different stories, and this is how America operates and does what it does. It's essentially one will cry foul, the other will cry fair. It's a state of confusion. There's, There's always America is a perpetual state of confusion. Constantly, you know, and we're going to, and this is another way we know that America is not a God fearing or Bible anything to do with the Most High and Yahweh Shai is far removed, far out of the grasp, far from its understanding. You know what I mean? America is basically under the auspice of Aleister Crowley. That's who this place, you know what I mean? That's the God of America. It says, hey, this is 1 Corinthians 14 and 33, and it reads, "For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints." And, hey, basically, do you see peace in America? You just had, you know what I mean? Is this a representation of peace, of harmony, of justice, where one group says it is, another says it isn't? This is Trump says, "I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse." Trump said at the start of a news conference at the White House. So what we're seeing here is the beginning throngs of matter of fact, I'm going to get that first, and then we'll jump to this. You know, this is Jeremiah. Jeremiah 30 and 7, and it reads, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it." And this that day, this is not just a single day, but a period of time. Jacob's trouble is going to come for, you know what I mean? It's going to be more than a 24-hour period, but it's going to be a period of time in which great tribulations are going to come upon this earth. And Jacob's trouble, hey, it's going to be a time of great distress. Martial law, famine, you know what I mean? Chaos, confusion, extreme hostilities. It says, "It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And that he is the elect of Jacob. And Jacob represents Israel. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and the seed line that came from him are the Israelites. And these are they whom a great tribulation is coming. And it's gonna encompass the whole world, but the purpose is to bring about the salvation of Israel, the elect of Israel. You know, I'm gonna get over here to gonna jump down second Ezra's, and I'm going to start at 14, and it reads, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. And these are the modern day sword, we know, hey, that's the gun. And then we're seeing the violence escalate. Says, for there shall be sedition among men. These are the moves that are going to bring about sedition. Federalizing the police department, and this is gonna, hey, it's not just gonna be a one-off thing. It's gonna begin to spread across this nation. They need to create the chaotic moment. They need, hey, they need the spark. They got the TNT laid out. They just need the spark that ignites the flame that causes the explosion. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. And hey, the governors, the mayors, the no king's day, hey, the president, so on and so forth. All of these things are being drawn to a head in order to bring about this time of trouble that's coming upon the world, and especially upon Babylon. And it says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. And these are the opening throngs to this time that's about to be on this place. It's an inevitable thing that's about to happen. It's not going to get turned away. It's not going to get turned aside. This is the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai upon Babylon the Great and upon the entire world with this Babylonian system, But there's a special place of judgment for this whore, and nothing is going to turn it back. Nothing is going to turn it aside. There's no power on earth capable of resisting the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So, like I said, this wasn't going to be a long lesson. I just wanted to touch on this that I saw. Trump puts Washington D.C. under federal D.C. police under federal control, which is just again another level of chaos to bring confusion, to bring these different enactments. Any kind of resistance is going to be looked at as something that he can exploit. So, hey, we're watching, we're waiting. Hey, we're paying attention, and we're waiting each moment on what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to have happen next. So, with that, full circle, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. The beginning is fear, and the end, what is the conclusion? Well, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So with that, hey, prepare yourselves, man. Prepare yourselves, because these things are going to happen swiftly and aggressively. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Raha Chodesh. Double honors to our apostles, elders, bishops, leadership of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the house of David, to the 144,000, and to the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth of the hopeful elect. To you I say, Shalom.